drink of choice. I drink that. I was like, you know what? Other celebrities like Hennessy.
Sister, you
They
gonna
like,
sit around.
they like vodka. They like Ciroc.
Weeping for your loss tomorrow.
About his masculinity. That's why he can drink.
Honey is the truth I found. One that you may want to follow. Every day is new. Sunshine comes shining through. The past is gone. Your whole life is moving on. So wake up. Oh, oh, oh. So get yourself up. Oh, oh, oh. Brush out your curls and get up. Get with it, girl, and get up. Sister, don't get sour. All the things that life has thrown you. Sister, feel the power. You know that no one can own you. Go to your window and see the sunshine. Fling the doors open and step right outside and say this is the first day of my life.
You know what I'm starting to get worried about? That we're having so many of these killings that we're starting to lose track of who. Who was it this week? It's almost like they're desensitizing us to seeing a dead black man in the street at the hands of police, and unarmed, might I add. And then they show the death of the person the first day on the news, and then the next day when we react and we riot, that's all the coverage we see. Like white folks don't riot when their favorite sports team wins. Like white college kids don't riot when their favorite sports teams lose. But when they do it, it's just them blowing off steam. When we do it, we're savages, we're thugs. And that right there, my friends, is the difference in why we have this Black Lives Matter movement. It's all about the perception of us, and that has to change. Automatically assuming a black person is a thug while giving the benefit of the doubts to everybody else. It's just really sad to have to come to the painful realization that so many people in our country who walk amongst us, work with us, write us on social media, rub elbows with us at the grocery store, have such a negative opinion of minorities. Yes, we knew racism was here and it's been around for a long time, but you kind of start getting comfortable and thinking, since we've made so many strides, that it's not as bad as it is. But then in this election, something has been happening where people are just feeling so comfortable and so excited and so energized to call us niggers. To drive an SUV through a group of peacefully protesting Black Lives Matters protesters and not care. To say young teenagers deserve what they got when their lives are cut short. It's so sad. The problem is a basic disrespect for anything that is different than you. The black, the brown, the different religions are to be respected. There's beauty in differences. It shouldn't be fear. And why? You have the power, yet you're always scared for your life. And don't get me wrong, I hope I don't have to explain this, but we know it's not all. But one is enough when it's your family and it affects you, right? I just want us to get to a place where we don't just look at someone and just deem them less than us because they're darker than us or because they pray differently. Because this country is really good at pretending to be the best thing ever, but then not making good on that promise to its darker complected citizens. Okay, I know I said it was done, but I'm not. I talk a lot. I have a lot to say. I just watch this stuff all day, and my observations are just like Tell me if y'all feel me. We're not just mad about the shootings. We're mad about just the double standards. For example, 12-year-old Tamir Rice was called a man at 12 years old and a threat. They shot him in 1.4 seconds. That's it. No explanation, not even a pause. Hey, let's see what this child is doing. Ryan Locke, the swimmer, fuckboy, the Olympics, who made America look ridiculous and lied, was just a boy, a kid just having some fun. That right there is a difference of how we are viewed and not given the benefit of the doubt ever, even a 12-year-old, that would be afforded to a grown white man, but a child can't get that same benefit of the doubt. And that is why we are mad. Hey guys, just finished voting. It took about an hour and a half, and that was the line. But because I was prepared and I knew the measures and was familiar with, what they were and who was running, not just for president, the actual time in the booth went by really, really fast. It was an amazing experience at my polling place. People were being so helpful to the elderly and being so kind and bringing water, and it was just good. So now we sit and we wait, but I am proud to take part in the democratic process, and so should you. Our people, our ancestors were killed, and many people died for our right to vote. Once upon a time, our people, they wanted nothing more than to be able to vote and be represented and to be heard. And now we have that right, and to not exercise that right is a slap in the face to those that came before us. Although you may not be as inspired as last time, not voting is just not an option. We need to be counted, all of us.